Joined by Farhan Lalji from field level in Seattle. Farhan, probably not a huge shock. The Vikings struggled offensively in this game. The undrafted free agent Max Brosmer getting the first career start. Didn't look like Seattle had to do much to get the win, did they?
Well, Jay, the Seahawks defense is as good as any in the NFL right now, so they've given even the most experienced quarterback some challenges. So if you're Brosmer, this was not necessarily the game you want to make your debut in, but this is what you've got. And I don't know that he necessarily looked overwhelmed, but the Seahawks defense certainly made him look bad. He made himself look bad, I thought, on that egregious interception. He had 4 in this game, but this is one play with 3 minutes to go in the first half that you simply can't make. You're on your way down, you chuck it up in the air, it turns into an 85-yard pick six. And really, when you knew that Minnesota was going to have some limited opportunities going forward, that really decided the game, even though there was still a half of football to go. And even early on, you could see that he was just off in trying to get the ball to Jordan Addison, trying to get the ball to Justin Jefferson. There was simply no chemistry there. He took 4 sacks in this game. Only one of them did Seattle have to bring more than 4-man pressure. And I'm not sure Kevin O'Connell necessarily gave him a lot of help. And I think O'Connell's a brilliant coach, but 4th and 1 in that situation late in the half. Yes, you know, Seattle's going to be focused on the run because the quarterback is young, but you know what? Run the ball anyway. And if you don't get it, kick the field goal, tie the game at 3, and give your team a chance going into halftime. Ultimately, they didn't do that. The game ended basically at that point, and Seattle comes up with its first shutout in the last 10 seasons.
And then a couple of superstar wide receivers with quiet afternoons, Farhan. Justin Jefferson finishes with just the 2 receptions for 4 yards. On the other side, Jaxon Smith-Njigba, just 2 catches for 23 yards. How are the Vikings able to keep JSN in check despite the Seattle win?
Well, Smith-Njigba certainly took the high road after this game. He talked about the fact they were playing certain coverages where they were rolling and getting help over the top against him. And you'd have to figure that's something he's seen a lot of this season because he really is the central piece of this offense. He understood, saying after the game, that they were going to need to run the ball a little bit better. Those were the looks they were given. Seattle came into this game with the most run-heavy offense in the league and 32 more carries. When you get an early lead, when you got a young quarterback on the other side, it just makes sense to not put the ball in harm's way. But one of the subplots coming into this game was Sam Darnold facing his former team, and you know, his former defensive coordinator certainly understood how to handle Darnold because they got to him with pressure early, then they just started to show pressure, came out of it, but it still caused some confusion by the quarterback and the offensive line, and he took 4 sacks in the first half. Consider that in 11 games this season, he'd taken only 11 sacks coming into this, so they really had it dialed up. But ultimately, you can't target Smith-Njigba for the first time with just 39 seconds left in the half. As a coaching staff, you've got to make sure you try to get him some touches early. He came into this game leading the league by a wide margin in receiving yards. He was on pace to become the first NFL receiver to hit the 2,000-yard mark, and after this one, he's going to have a ways to go to get there with just 2 catches for 23 yards.
Next up for Seattle, a Week 14 matchup with the Falcons, who have lost 6 of their last 7. Farhan Lalji, great to see you. Thanks for this.